Sophia opens her eyes at 6 o'clock. A soft alarm sound fills her room. She feels a little sleepy, but also happy. She lies in bed for a moment. She takes 3 slow breaths. Then she says to herself, I am grateful for today. She gently stretches her arms above her head. The morning light shines through the window. She smiles and thinks about her warm home and her family. She swings her legs over the edge of the bed and stands up. Her feet touch the cool floor. She walks to the bathroom quietly. She splashes cold water on her face. The cold water wakes her up. She brushes her teeth carefully. She combs her hair until it feels neat. Today, she adds a short yoga pose. She stands in front of the mirror and takes 1 minute to stretch her body. She looks at her reflection and says, I am strong. I am loved. At 6:15, Sophia goes to the kitchen. She wears her favorite soft cardigan. She opens a small recipe book and checks her plan for breakfast. Today, she wants to try something new. She takes 2 slices of whole grain bread and puts them in the toaster. While they heat, she cracks 2 eggs into a pan. She adds a few chopped cherry tomatoes. The oil in the pan makes the eggs sizzle. A warm, golden aroma fills the room. Next, she grinds fresh coffee beans. The rich smell of coffee spreads quickly. Sophia calls out, Breakfast will be ready in 5 minutes. Her 3 children wake up. Emma, who is 10, walks into the kitchen. Jack, who is 7, follows her. Little Lily, who is 4, runs in last. Sophia asks Emma to take out napkins and put them on the table. She asks Jack to pour fresh orange juice into 3 small glasses. She asks Lily to place a small flower in a clear vase. The bright flower adds color to the table. At 6:30, the family sits down. Mark, Sophia's husband, brings 2 cups of coffee and a mug of tea for himself. The toaster beeps. Sophia takes out the warm toast and puts it on each plate. She serves the eggs with cherry tomatoes. Emma smiles and says, Good morning, Mommy. Thank you. Jack nods and says, Thank you, Mom. Lily claps her hands and says, Yum, yum. Sophia starts a fun game. She calls it the morning question. She asks, What is one thing you are happy to do today? Emma answers, I want to paint a rainbow at school. Jack says, I hope I do well on my math test. Lily giggles and says, I want pancakes tomorrow. Mark shares, I will teach my students about butterflies. They all laugh together. While they eat, Sophia listens to her children. She smiles at their ideas. She feels warm inside. She takes a bite of her toast and sips her coffee. The soft morning light makes the kitchen glow. A gentle breeze moves the curtains. Outside, birds sing quietly. When the plates are empty, Sophia stands up. She takes a sponge and a small cloth. She hands the sponge to Lily and says, Let us clean the dishes in 2 minutes. Emma and Jack help too. Emma stacks the plates. Jack washes the glasses. Lily splashes a little water and laughs. They turn a chore into a fun race. The small timer on the wall ticks. Soon the dishes are clean and dry. The sink is shiny. Mark walks over to Sophia. He wraps his arms around her and gives her a gentle kiss on the cheek. He says, You make every morning special. Sophia feels happy and loved. She looks at her children playing with the cloths. She thinks, These simple moments are my greatest joy. The family picks up the flower vase and puts it on the windowsill. The bright petals catch the sunlight. Sophia takes a deep breath. She feels ready for the day ahead. With her family by her side, she knows each small moment will bring happiness. She smiles and whispers, "Today will be a good day." Sophia steps out of her front door at 7:45 in the morning with little Lily holding her hand. The air is cool and fresh. A soft breeze moves through the street. As they walk toward the preschool, Sophia points to a bright yellow daisy growing by the sidewalk. "What color is this, Lily?" she asks. Lily looks at the flower and says, "Yellow." Sophia smiles and repeats, "Yes, yellow. Good job." They pass by Mrs. Harris's house. Mrs. Harris is out getting her mail. Sophia greets her in English. "Good morning, Mrs. Harris. How are you today?" Mrs. Harris smiles and replies, "I am fine. Thank you." Sophia and Lily wave goodbye and continue on their way. On the short walk, they notice the birds hopping on a low fence. Lily crouches down to watch a small sparrow peck at crumbs on the ground. Sophia whispers, "Look, a bird. It is small and brown." Lily whispers back, "Bird." They both giggle softly. When they reach the preschool gate, Lily gives Sophia a quick hug. "Have a nice day," Sophia says. Lily runs inside to join her friends, and Sophia watches her for a moment before turning to walk home. She feels calm as she breathes in the clear morning air. Back at home, just before 8 o'clock, Sophia puts down her bag and turns on soft, gentle music. She decides to use her cleaning time as a moving meditation. She sets a small kitchen timer for 5 minutes. "Let's see how much I can clean before it rings," she says to herself with a smile. She picks up a soft cloth and begins to dust the living room shelves. Each sweep of the cloth feels smooth and rhythmic. She moves to the coffee table and wipes off a few small crumbs. Then she hurries to the sideboard and wipes down a picture frame. The timer dings, and Sophia claps her hands. She cleaned more than she thought she would. Next, she takes out the vacuum cleaner. She pushes it slowly across the floor. The steady hum of the machine fills the room. She guides it back and forth, making straight lines on the carpet. As she vacuums, she puts on a short English podcast snippet on her phone. She listens to a calm voice teaching simple words. The voice says, "Clean, dust, vacuum." Sophia repeats each word in her mind and imagines herself saying it out loud. When she finishes vacuuming the living room, she feels both relaxed and proud. By 10 o'clock, it is time to go grocery shopping. Sophia grabs her shopping list and a reusable tote. She locks the front door and carries the bag down the steps. At the market, she greets the fruit vendor. "Good morning. I would like 3 apples, please." The vendor smiles and hands her fresh red apples. Sophia thanks him and moves to the vegetable stand. She selects a bunch of spinach and a few tomatoes. She practices English in her mind. "Spinach, tomatoes." At the cheese counter, she asks, "Which cheese is mildest?" The shopkeeper points to a soft white cheese. Sophia thanks him again and places it in her tote. She returns home around 11 o'clock. She unloads her purchases and arranges them neatly on the counter. Then she prepares a cup of hot green tea. She carries her tea to the sofa and sits down with a small English storybook. The story is simple and short. It describes a little girl who plants a seed and watches it grow. Sophia reads aloud. "She waters the seed every day." She pauses at each sentence and writes a new word in her notebook. Words like water, seed, and grow now feel familiar and friendly. After reading, Sophia stands and stretches her arms above her head. She walks to the windowsill where a green fern lives. She gently sprays water on its leaves. She remembers that caring for plants is like caring for her own growth in English. Each day she practices, she grows a little stronger. At 12 o'clock, Sophia moves to the kitchen to prepare lunch. She uncovers a pot of tomato sauce she made yesterday. She pours a little oil into a pan and adds chopped garlic. The sauce bubbles softly. She takes 2 cups of dried pasta and drops them into boiling water. While the pasta cooks, she speaks the recipe steps out loud. First, heat the oil. Now add garlic. Stir slowly. Pour the sauce. Speaking in English helps her improve her listening and speaking skills at the same time. She sprinkles fresh basil leaves over the sauce and stirs once more. Just as she finishes, she hears the front door open. At 12:30, Mark walks in with Emma and Jack. Emma, age 10, carries her school bag. Jack, age 7, waves his hand and says, "Hi, Mom." Mark places his briefcase on a chair and sets down a small stack of papers. Sophia smiles and says, "Hello, everyone. Lunch is ready." They all wash their hands and sit at the table. Sophia ladles warm pasta into bowls and serves a simple green salad on the side. During lunch, Sophia asks, "What new word did you learn today?" Emma answers, "I learned metaphor in English class." Jack says, "I learned fraction in math." Lily smiles and says, "I learned flower." Mark adds, "I learned butterfly from my students." They practice saying each word slowly and clearly. The table fills with words and laughter. As they eat, Sophia feels happy that her family learns English together. After lunch, they clear the table, and Sophia begins the afternoon routine. But in that moment, she savors the warm sunlight and the sense of shared learning. She knows that small steps every day help her grow stronger in English and in life. After lunch, Sophia helps Lily settle down for her nap at 2 o'clock. She carries Lily to her small bed and tucks her in with a soft blanket. Sophia reads a short story in simple English. The little rabbit sleeps under a star. Lily's eyes grow heavy, and soon she drifts into a peaceful sleep. Sophia closes the book gently and steps out of the room. In the living room, Sophia makes a quick video call to her friend Maria. For 5 minutes, they practice English greetings. Sophia says, "Hello, Maria. How is your day?" Maria replies, "I am well, thank you." They smile at each other on the screen and say goodbye. This short call helps Sophia feel connected and gives her more confidence to speak English. Next, Sophia turns on her laptop to check her email. She reads each message slowly and types clear replies. She writes, "Thank you for your message. I will send the report tomorrow." Each sentence she writes in English makes her feel proud. After she finishes, she closes her laptop and takes a deep breath. At 3:30, Lily wakes up. Sophia greets her with a smile, and the two walk to the play corner. They sit on the soft rug and build a tall tower with colorful blocks. Sophia asks, "What color is this block?" Lily says, "Blue." Sophia replies, "Yes, it is blue." They laugh as the tower falls over. Then they draw pictures together. Sophia shows Lily how to draw a circle and a square. They name each shape in English. Next, they play a song about animals. They sing, "The cow says moo, the cat says meow," moving their hands to the rhythm. At 4:30, Mark returns home with Emma and Jack. They gather around the table for a small snack of cookies and milk. Emma practices saying cookie and milk slowly. Jack shares a new English word he learned, fraction. They cheer for each other's progress. At 6, the family sits down for dinner. Sophia serves chicken, rice, and steamed vegetables. Before they eat, Sophia starts a gratitude circle. Each person shares a rose and a thorn. Emma says, Rose, I painted a bird today. Thorn, I felt tired at school. Jack says, Rose, I scored well on my test. Thorn, I missed my friend. Mark and Lily share their own roses and thorns, too. This game helps them talk about feelings and practice English. After dinner, everyone helps clean the dishes. At 8 o'clock, the children get ready for bed. Sophia reads another short story to Lily in a soft voice. Emma and Jack read quiet pages in their own books. By 9, all 3 children are asleep. Sophia and Mark sit together for a moment. Sophia writes in her diary, Tomorrow, I will say hello to my neighbor in English. She closes her eyes and thinks of a motivational quote. Small steps lead to big changes. At 10:30, Sophia turns off the light and goes to sleep, feeling happy and ready for a new day. In Willowbrook, Sophia's day shows how simple moments become learning opportunities. She begins each morning with gratitude and a brief yoga stretch. Preparing eggs, toast, and coffee becomes a family event as Emma, Jack, and Lily set the table and share their plans aloud. During chores, Sophia turns dusting and vacuuming into mindful tasks, listening to English podcasts. A trip to the market lets her practice greetings and ask questions in English. In the afternoon, she reads to Lily, makes a quick English video call, and helps her older children with homework. Evening meals include a gratitude circle where each person names a rose and a thorn. Before bed, Sophia writes a simple English goal and reminds herself that small steps lead to big changes. The lesson from Sophia's story is that consistent, tiny efforts build real progress. By adding short English phrases to daily routines, whether during cooking, cleaning, or conversation, you practice language naturally. To apply this today, choose one routine. Perhaps greet someone in English, describe a chore in simple words, or read one sentence from a story. Over time, these small steps will boost your confidence and listening skills. Congratulations on listening to Sophia's journey and improving your English comprehension. Now let's test your memory. What family activity did Sophia start each morning? A. A gratitude and question game at breakfast. B. A 5-minute dance session. Please type A or B in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story and want more, please subscribe to our channel. Your support motivates us to create free, high-quality content. If you can, consider making a small donation to help cover our production costs. Thank you for learning with us.